Hey y'all. In light of the new year coming up, we're going to do a series on how to best move your clients forward, starting with email. So congratulations, you have clients who are interested in working with you. They may be reaching out to you via your website, they may be emailing you directly, maybe they reach out originally on social media and you transition to email. And a question we receive all the time is, what do I say in that first email? So 3 key tips. Be prompt. We're so conditioned now to want a response right away. Even if you can't see that person right away, try to respond to the email within 24 hours on any given business day. Evenings and weekends are a little bit more flexible. No one expects you to be superhuman, even if you're using superhuman. And just be prompt, be responsive, even if you don't know the answer to something they're asking. If you plan to do some research or some digging, you can always respond to say, thank you so much, I got your message. I'd like to do some digging. I'm going to follow up with you in blank. But as long as they hear from you, get a response, that is great. If you are using some tools like only checking your email on certain days, or perhaps there are certain days where you have so many back-to-backs and you're so exhausted at the end that you just can't send that email response, I really recommend having a bounce back up on your email that says, thank you so much for reaching out. On XYZ day, I am not at my inbox from A to Z hour. I'm so looking forward to responding to you in blank. So whatever it is that your circumstances are, setting those expectations is really powerful for the client. So being prompt, being authentic. I don't necessarily recommend having, a super firm, super neutral, super clinical, very long blurb of text that you send to every single person. So this is actually going to combine point 2 and point 3, which is be authentic and be brief. So the most that you can say, hey, thank you so much for reaching out. I'm really looking forward to hearing more about you. Would love to hop on a call if you do offer consult calls before your appointments, or would love to book our appointment so I can hear more about your story. But try to craft whatever that language is in a as brief as possible way, with as limited jargon as possible, and with a way that is reflective and about them as much as possible. Thank you so much for reaching out. I am so looking forward to learning more about you and how I can best support you. So some of our best practices here are being prompt, being authentic, talking to someone as though you're talking to a human, as though you're picturing someone on the other side of that screen who's receiving your email, who isn't necessarily just something in the interweb or a piece of your bio that's super formal, and being brief. You have to imagine that someone wants to scan it. So if you are including a lot of information, at minimum, try to use things like bold or bullet points or paragraph breaks to break up some of that text. But if possible, try to keep it as brief as possible, especially in that first email, so that they feel heard, they feel seen, they feel responded to, there's a limited chance that they feel overwhelmed. Sometimes when there's a ton of text or when it's in language that someone doesn't understand, they can start to feel overwhelmed. So those are things we want to reduce. So coming full circle, in our email communications with clients, when we're hoping to move them forward from that really exciting moment when they first discover us to that golden hour of the first paid session, we want to be prompt, be authentic, and be brief. I would love to learn from you what practices you have seen work best in your practice. If you have any thoughts or questions about what we talked about today, and again, in honor of this new year, 2021, leaving 2020 behind, we're going to kick off a few videos like this on how to encourage clients, especially when they're the right fit, to move forward. So we look forward to keeping in touch, to seeing you soon, and to hearing thoughts, questions, and feedback that you have along the way. Hope you have a beautiful and grounded day, and talk soon.